Hey guys, welcome to Learn French the Easy Way. And in this lecture, I will be introducing you to the French numbers, which are known as the in French as the numero. Here we go. Les numéros, translated in English as the numbers. So, the first number, as we know, that it is 0. In French, you pronounce it as, and for you spell it as, okay, you pronounce it as zero. As you know, R is pronounced as R, so it is zero. I'll write it in the bracket for you to understand. Zero. Then you have number 1, which is known as R. The nasal sound R, written as UN, pronounced as R, nasal sound. Number 2, DEUX, pronounced as do. Do. Maybe there's no equivalent, but however I can tell you that the Ju and X are not pronounced in French in the last letter of number 2, pronounced as do. Then you have number 3 as TRO, pronounced as trois. Trois. So you see that you do not pronounce the INS, it is just trois. You don't pronounce the S in fact. Trois, the equivalent can be trois, maybe true, for the English speaking people to make it a little easy for you. However, it is not exactly the same, it is trois. Number 4, quatre. Quatre. So when you have the Q plus U, which is the Q plus U, I'll write it in the bracket. Then it goes the way as you do not pronounce the U, which is the U, and it becomes CA in English language. So it is pronounced as quatre. Quatre. Equivalent might be CATRE. That's it. A little comparison for you to understand it better. Number 5, SINQ, pronounced as sank. Sank. Equivalent maybe SANQ, sank. Sank. Then you have number 6, pronounced written the same way as in English, however pronounced differently. The I and X are pronounced as ES. So you have 6 in English language, pronounced in French as cis. Cis. So basically I and X become ENS for the English speaking people. Cis. Number 7, it is SEPT. The P or the P, which is known in the English language as P, it is not pronounced. So the P is silent, like you have K silent in knife. The P is silent over here. The P is silent. So it becomes set. Set. Only set, not set. Set. Number 8, you have HUET. In French language, when you have an H in the beginning, like I told you, you do not pronounce it. In French, H is not pronounced. So it becomes huit. You have U, E, T, becomes wheat. Basically you can write it as wheat, in French equivalent wheat, UIT. Number 9, you have NEUF, pronounced as nef, nef, nef. So basically U is not given that due importance, it becomes nef, nef. The U is not pronounced. Number 10, you have DIX. So like I mentioned before, in 6 IX becomes ES. The similar way IX in DIX in number 10 will become this, this. Okay, this. Number 11, you have ons, ons. So the equivalent is as it is, ons. You do not give much importance to the last letter. Number 12, you have pronounced differently. You have DUZE and pronounced as doos, doos. Maybe you can compare it with goose, so it becomes doos. Number 13, you have TREIZE, pronounced as tres, tres. Okay, the number 13 is pronounced as tres. Now we go to number 14. Okay, now number 14 is known as katos, katos. Okay, you can see that the R is not given the due importance that it deserves and pronounced as katos. And similarly, like I mentioned to you before in this lesson, that QA becomes CA, so it becomes katos, and R is not pronounced. Number 15, you have QUIZE. So again, Q plus U becomes CA, so it becomes cans, cans. And I is basically silent, cans. Number 16, you have SEI, steady, and it becomes says, says, SAZ, or maybe YZ, says. Number 17, now it becomes a bit of common sense, as I mentioned to you earlier, that number 10 is these, so it becomes DIX, and number 7 is set, set, which is pronounced as deset, deset, deset. Now similarly, number 18, DIX, and number 8 was pronounced as wheat, wheat. As I mentioned to you earlier, H is silent, so it becomes these wheat, these wheat. Sorry. Number 19, DIX and NUF, so it becomes these NUF, these NUF. Equivalent maybe these NUF. Number 20, you have VINGT, pronounced as WAM, WAM. In English, WAM for the English speaking people. Okay, so we are done with the numbers or the les numéros in French. I will repeat it once again for you to understand better. You start with the zéro, then you have un, deux, trois, quatre, cinq, six, sept, huit, neuf, dix, onze, douze, treize, quatorze, quatorze, quinze, seize, 17, 18, 19, 20. Okay, I hope it is clear the numbers in French from 1 to 20. For any queries, you can mail me, and have a nice day. Thank you, and do not forget to like and subscribe the video.